The Baghdad Village Preservation Association's Market Day has something for everyone. A white elephant sale, museum tours, craft and collectible shows, fried fish dinners, and homemade ice cream. Joining me with details is Association President Mike Johnson. Mike, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Well, it's just great, and it's a great community, and I always want to get folks to go out there and see it for themselves. But before we go into Market Day, tell me a little bit about the Baghdad Village Preservation Association, if you don't mind.
Well, to understand the Baghdad Village Preservation Association, you kind of have to understand Baghdad. Baghdad is kind of a hidden gem in Santa Rosa County in Northwest Florida for sure. But it's like having a famous relative from 100 years ago that's no longer famous. And Baghdad was one of the largest, if not the largest, economic concern in the whole state of Florida at the turn of the 20th century. So we at our organization are trying to preserve what was there. There's so much history there, it's almost mind-boggling. So we have taken the mantle of slowly but surely preserving, restoring, and archiving, and to keep that history alive.
Well, I know you even maintain some buildings.
Yes, we have three structures the organization owns. We have an 1880, our museum is an 1880 old black, I believe, Baptist church that we have fully restored. It is now the largest museum in Santa Rosa County, also the largest historical museum. And then we have a Milligan House that is our office facilities, that is an old shotgun house that has been restored. And then we have a post office from 1910 that we've restored outside. We're in the process. We're waiting for sewer to come in the area so we can fully restore it.
Well, I know you had your heritage tour in December, and there were a lot of people walking around and period costumes and really, interacting with each other and the residents and seeing some of these places. Yes,
it was interesting. That was one of the most intriguing parts of history that is very seldom mentioned, the period between the election of Lincoln and the secession of the South, which was what we were portraying the 150th anniversary of. And so the reenactors came not with uniforms on, because there were no uniforms. They came with hunting, Mexican War veterans, and it was a pretty interesting time in Baghdad, because at that point Baghdad was a very large economic concern.
Well, when you were talking about the different things you do to preserve history and also the educational component, tell us a little bit about how your mission's carried out in terms of educating people.
Well, our museum committee has done an excellent job, led by Richard Lewis, Dr. Richard Lewis, and he has done, in his group, have done an excellent job. We have a lecture series that now we have starting in February of every year through November, the first Saturday of every month. UWF has sent 2 or 3 doctors over to lecture on different aspects of things in Baghdad, from the shipwrecks in the Blackwater to the Creek Indians, and anything that was associated with Baghdad. And it's a very interesting time that you can come. It's free. We serve refreshments, and it's on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, the first Saturday of every month, and you can really get some good...
So people can go to your website or call the number on the screen to find out what's the topic for that month, and just confirm
on the website.
The day. Okay. And what is that website again?
The website is baghdadvillage.org.
Easy to remember.
You got it.
Well, I know to do all these things it does take some money, and I'm sure there's some fundraising involved, and I think that's where we come to with Market Day. Is that correct?
Yeah, Market Day, we started about maybe 15 years ago, and it's kind of reflective of what Baghdad was. It's a commerce. Baghdad was a commerce center. That's what it was for. And so Market Day is, we have craft vendors, and all types of interested people come together. From the fire department brings trucks to the forestry department, and we just kind of come together, enjoy each other, enjoy the crafts. And our community center is now the largest, maybe not the largest, but the busiest community center in Santa Rosa County.
Well, the Council on Aging, we operate the congregate meal site there, and it's one of our largest sites, and was from the day that we opened the door. So it's nice to see people using that wonderful facility. Well, tell us a little bit about the date and when and where and time and all that.
Yeah, date of Market Day would be a week from this Saturday, which would be May the 7th. The white elephant sale will begin at 8. Probably go through about 4. The arts and crafts will be 9 to 4. And then, of course, if you're going to show up, you have to like fried mullet. And so fried mullet and grits and homemade ice cream is the treat of the day.
Well, I think it'd be hard-pressed to find many people that don't like that around here. The actual, I'm sure there's probably a charge for the meal, but
yes.
the event itself is
free.
Is free,
it's
and
free, no
public
charge.
is invited from everywhere.
That's plenty of room for the kids to play. You know that, with being over there and all the attractions that the community center itself has.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell us a little bit. You mentioned the fire department. You know, I think it's interesting that not only items for sale, but you've also got demonstrations and again an educational component. What will the fire department be doing?
We're not sure. You know, we just in the last month, Chief Claude Dunlap, our Baghdad Fire Department chief, passed away. And it was unexpected. Everybody's kind of taken back by it. The Pace Fire Department is interested in taking over that mantle for them because of the the aftermath of this. Right. So we're not really sure what they're going to be doing. They had many things planned, but right now I just don't know.
I totally understand, and we feel for that family. So what else will there be available for, say, people want to bring their children? They want to bring 3 or 4 generations. I know that's quite common in the Baghdad area.
Yes.
So is there something for everyone?
There's something for everyone. The kids, if they're small kids, there is this state-of-the-art playground area that the county has built there. Plenty of there's even walking trails now for even adults who want to walk on asphalt. There's obviously the ball fields, but the community center itself is very relaxed. It has a porch all the way around it. It's just a good time to browse, sit, and talk. There'll be plenty of tents up, plenty of things to eat and enjoy, and it's just a relaxed atmosphere where you can really take your time.
And a way to help support some of the great things that you guys are doing.
We are kind of like a meat and potato type organization. We don't concentrate and go after many large grants or anything like that. We are just a down-home people type organization. We take our funds and put them back into the community. We support the community. We work with the community. Our board members are on other events. 3 of our board members are on the Baghdad Architectural Advisory Board. We're the only national historic district in Santa Rosa County. And so it's a lot of effort involved. We've redone our historic land development code. We have the only historic land development code in the area. And so we do a lot of hard work in our preservation and keeping Baghdad as quaint, because we feel like the real beauty of Baghdad is not what we can turn it into, but we have to maintain that quaintness.
Well, I hope you get a lot of people from Escambia County coming over and just checking it out, enjoying Market Day, and seeing exactly what you guys are doing. So thanks for being here, Mike. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.